Hi, my name is Kevin Wu, and I'm the inventor of the Sprinkler IQ, which is what I have here. I'm going to demonstrate how to use it, how to install it, and some of the functions it has. So typically you would go to the outside of your house where you have a sprinkler bib, and like a garden hose like this one here, you would disconnect the hose from the bib like this. Then you would attach the Sprinkler IQ to the bib instead. And I wanted to show you that it already has a filter in it that would filter out any sediment that is in the water, and there is sediment in the water. And there's also a washer that's already built in when you receive the unit in the mail. Now the unit is completely waterproof, so don't worry about getting any water on it, although you probably wouldn't submerge it in water. And then you take the garden hose and you attach it to the other side. The battery is installed from here, and it is secured with 2 screws, so this is a high quality unit. The housing is made out of ABS plastic, high impact, and it's also UV resistant. So the unit itself is UV resistant and also shatterproof. The clear protective case protects the buttons. The LCD panel that you see here is a high quality one which doesn't turn black when exposed to high heat. Because the unit faces up so that it's easy to read, it's very important that our LCD panel does not turn black in heat. Typical units, the LCD panel is on the side, and you know these garden bibs are typically very, very low down on the bottom. It's hard to read and set up the units, unlike ours. Now, our unit is different than other people's in that it uses a magnetic valve. Typically the low-end units that you see in the big box stores there, valves are mechanical, and they're sort of a ball valve, and if there's any sediments that get caught in there, it catches, and then it doesn't turn completely and the unit will leak, and that's usually how it breaks. The typical lifespan of a low-end unit is about 1 year. Ours should last you up to 5 years. So when I say magnetic valve, what I mean is that the ball valve is controlled with a magnet, so that it's completely frictionless, and sediments and things like that does not affect it. If you look at the panel here, it's currently showing the time which I set. It's also got the weather forecast. It's partly sunny, and it's got clouds and sun on it. The humidity is 57%, which is correct, and the temperature is 84 degrees. It's got this manual button here, which if you press, it will turn it on, and then you press it again, turns it off for times when you want to water the garden, or wash your car or something like that. If we press set up, it shows you when I set it up to start watering, and for every day of the week you can have 2 different times if you so desire. There's a T1 and a T2, which is not showing here because I only had it set up for T1. Shows you the barometric reading, which can be set for inches of mercury as well as millibars. It also gives you a historical readout. You see that 5 hours ago it was at 30. Gives you a historical readout because it does store historical information. You can also adjust the altitude here to get the most precise reading. You have to go on Google Maps to figure out exactly how many feet above sea level you are. And once you plug that in, the computer will compensate the height of where you're living with the barometric reading that it's receiving. This is where it keeps track of how many kilogallons of water you've actually saved since the time when you put the battery in. Since I just put the battery in a few hours ago, it's currently reading 0 kilogallons. Set the time, the minutes, the week, the day of the week that you want it to water, and 12 hours or military time. And I just want to emphasize that this unit does not require a subscription to a weather service like other units may. It also, there's no computer required to set this thing up. I've designed it so that there's easy programming. You know what that means is that when you put the battery in, you can choose programming A or programming B, which is basically odd number days or even number days. Then it goes off at 7 o'clock in the morning for 15 minutes. Very basic, standard programming cycle, which a lot of people would use, and that's already been preset. If you want to do anything different, then you can set it manually, and the instructions are included. Also, another thing is that you can buy a adapter which will split this output into two, so you can actually attach two garden hoses to it and water the front and the back of your yard, your backyard and your front yard simultaneously with one unit. So you basically save money from having to buy two of these. And I guess if you have any other questions, you can email me on this website or give us a call. Thanks. Bye-bye.